Good morning. This is Dan Larson, and this is today's Quiet Echo. There is a man in this valley who carried another family for the better part of a year, and I only know about it because I am the one people come and tell. I will not say who he is. He would be unhappy with even this much. A family in my stake went through a long trouble, the kind with no quick bottom to it, and for most of a year the groceries simply appeared on the step. The driveway got itself plowed. The older boy somehow always had a ride to his games, and the family did not know who was doing it. They assumed it was several people, a handful of neighbors pitching in. It was one man, and he took real care to make it look like several because he did not want to be thanked. He wanted them carried. And the two things are not the same, and he knew the difference. And here is the part I keep coming back to. I asked him about it once, gently, after the family had come through to the other side. I did not name what he had done. I only said I thought some good had been quietly done for those folks. And he looked at me and he did not admit to a single thing. He just said he was glad they were all right now. He would not even take it from me in a private room with no one else to hear. So far down had he buried it. I have been thinking about him all week because of what the sky is about to do. On the 12th of August, the finest meteor shower of the whole year comes to its peak, and this year it comes at its very best. The Perseids, they are called, and they have been falling every August for far longer than we have kept any records. People looked up and saw them and wrote them down 2,000 years ago. In the old Christian calendar, they fell right near the feast day of a martyr named Lawrence, and so people called them his tears. Now most years the moon is up in the sky, and its light washes out all the fainter ones, but not this year. This year the sky will be as dark as it ever gets. And the reason why is the thing I have not been able to stop turning over in my mind all week. The sky will be dark because the moon has stepped out of the way. On the very same day, the new moon slides itself exactly between the earth and the sun, and it throws a total eclipse of the sun across Greenland and Iceland and Spain. Now we will not see the eclipse from here. The shadow falls far away from us, but the meteors, those we will see, because the very same moon now darkening the sun by day has quietly taken itself out of the night sky and left the dark clean and clear for the falling stars. I want you to sit with it for just a moment. The moon does the single most dramatic thing it ever does. It covers over the sun in the middle of the day, and it manages the whole feat by making itself completely invisible. A new moon, its face turned entirely away from us. At the very hour it is doing its largest work in all the heavens, you cannot even find it if you look. I am a plain man, so I am going to draw the line, even though I suspect you have already drawn it yourself. The most important work most of us will ever do, we are going to do the way the moon does it, and the way the man in my valley did it, out of the light, with our own face turned away. Nobody keeping score, nobody saying our name out loud. The good thing simply happening and the source of it nowhere to be found. We have it backwards, most of us, and most of the time. We are taught to want the credit, to get our name on the thing, to be seen doing the good, so the good will count for something. And there is an old and a stubborn teaching set exactly against all of it. It says, when you give, do not even let your own left hand know what your right hand is doing. When I was a young man, it sounded to me like a hard saying. It does not sound hard to me anymore. I have come to think it is simply a description of the happiest people I have ever known. They have been let out of the exhausting, endless work of being seen. The moon is not made one bit smaller by turning its face away. It is doing the very most it will ever do, in all the year, in the 1 hour it cannot be found. And I have come to believe the same is quietly true of a person. So here is what I would ask of you, and it will cost you nothing but one late hour and one dark patch of your own yard. On a clear night, right around the middle of August, go on outside, well after dark, and get away from the porch light. Lie back on the grass. Give your eyes a full 20 minutes to adjust, and then watch the old faithful stars come falling down in a sky made dark by a moon you cannot even see, off doing its great and hidden work exactly where not one soul is looking. And while you are lying there, think of who has been the dark for you. Think of the one who cleared the sky so you could finally see something and then never once signed a name to it. And then, if you are able, go and be it for somebody else. And do not get caught. The front porch is open. Who has been the dark for you, the one who let you see something and never signed a name to it? Come and tell us. And if we get something wrong, tell us, and we will run the correction. The readers of the Cedar Valley News are gathering to share their stories and keep company with respect and no party lines. Come sit with us. I will put the link in the show notes. This is Dan Larson, your host for today's Quiet Echo. Thanks for listening. Quiet Echo is part of the fictional Cedar Valley News series written by Evan Swenson, publisher, and Claude Marshall, AI developmental editor. While the people and town of Cedar Valley are fictional, the astronomy is real. The Perseid meteor shower peaks on the night of August 12th into the 13th, 2026, under a new moon, and this same new moon produces a total solar eclipse across Greenland, Iceland, and Spain, visible from the northern United States and Alaska only as a partial eclipse. The Perseids have been recorded since antiquity and were once called the Tears of St. Lawrence. Sources: NASA, the National Solar Observatory, the American Meteor Society, and the Old Farmer's Almanac. The scriptural allusion is to Matthew chapter 6, verse 3.
You've been listening to the Cedar Valley News Podcast, where small-town voices meet the headlines shaping our world. From faith and family to front porches and fields. We'll be back with more stories connecting real lives to real events. Until next time, keep your porch light on, your faith strong, and your heart open. This is Cedar Valley News.